Well, hello, Stitchy friends, and welcome back to Jackie Stitches. And I am Jackie, and thanks for stopping by. It's been another month. I can't seem to do anything more consistently than a month, or even a little bit longer than a month this time. I think when I first started Flosstube, my original idea was to do this once a week, like I see so many other Flosstubers doing, and I just don't think that's gonna be for me because I am not a fast stitcher and I'm kind of a monogamous stitcher. So I don't ever have that many projects actively going at one time. So that doesn't really make for great floss tube content, but that's okay. I'm still excited to show you what I am working on, and I love talking about stitching. So I am glad to be here, even if it's just once a month or so. So I've also been really busy over the last month. My daytime job is as a fiscal manager on 2 grants, at our local university, and which means I do budgets and spreadsheets and all that kind of fun stuff all the time. I am taking on a 3rd grant soon, and I will get to do some more creative things on there, like websites and communication, things I've done in the past that I really do enjoy. So I'll be glad to do that. But the reason I've been so busy is because on one of the grants, we have 6 people, 6 employees on that grant, and 3 of the employees were out on maternity leave. And they are all back now, thank goodness, and they're healthy and the babies are adorable. But that was a lot of extra work for me. And so, yeah, I didn't feel like I had a lot of time to do anything else. So, not a lot of stitching, no floss tubes for sure during that time. So, anyway, glad they're back. I'm glad to be back. The other thing I wanted to bring up is over the past like 3 months, I've started paying attention to my health, and I had a couple of labs that weren't great. And, as a postmenopausal woman, that's very challenging, I'm finding, but I am starting to see some results. But the reason I'm bringing it up here is because I have started doing one of the things I'm doing is just to keep myself motivated is I joined a Conquerors Challenge, and you may have seen these, roll through your feeds on social media. But essentially, it's a virtual challenge. You pick your challenge anywhere from like 30 miles to thousands of miles. And I chose the Mother's Day challenge this year because of the medal only. At the end of these challenges, you get a medal, which I mean, that's fun. I would like to get a medal for walking. So I'm about halfway through the challenge, so I'll have the medal pretty soon. But this particular medal is really pretty, of course, because it's Mother's Day, but on the back is, cross stitch. You get floss and everything, and you can do your own design on the back, or they probably have a little pattern or something. So I will try to pop in a picture if I remember here of what it looks like, and then when I get it, I will, for sure show that to you. So I would think in the next month for sure, I will have that medal, hopefully. So, yeah, so that's fun. If any of you are doing those challenges, I would love to hear about it. And I'm finding in some of the groups I'm in that people do these over and over for motivation, although it does cost money. Um, it's kind of a fun motivation. I really am enjoying that. So anyway, on that note, let's get started and take a look at my FFOs and my WIPS. Okay. In the past month, I fully finished 2 little pillows. And the first one was the flea market flowers project that I messed up and I realized I had measured incorrectly. And so I just abandoned that and started over. Well, I haven't actually started over yet, but I have the fabric and everything ready to go. So that is definitely on my list to start soon. But I took what I had done and just cut that out and turned that into a cute little pillow. And I don't have it here, unfortunately, because I gave it to my aunt for Mother's Day. So I will put in a picture here because it did turn out really cute. And so yeah, I knew that I would wanted to do something because it was a couple little flowers and I wanted to turn it into something. So it turned out really cute. So I'm happy with that. And Okay, so the other one is a Primrose Cottage, and it is Hope Anchors the Soul. And I ended up buying the kit, the full kit with the finishing kit and the floss and everything. So it's everything called for. I did it on 25 count potato, and so it looks really similar to their picture on the pattern. But I just think it turned out so cute. I think I say this on every project that I finish, but I think this is my favorite one so far. Um, I am struggling a little bit on that blanket stitch, so don't look too close at that. But I have improved on that other pillow that I just talked about. I did a little bit better job on the blanket stitch. But I love the colors of this. The pinks are so pretty. I'm always have loved pink, so anything pink always calls to me. So really cute. Right now, this is in a dough bowl on my dining room table, along with a couple other little pillows I made in the last year. So, yeah, really pleased with this. I really think that I will probably buy their finishing kits whenever I can because it's cute. I didn't have to think about anything, picking fabric or anything, which is fun. But I really liked it. I think they call this their Words of Wisdom series. Um, and I do like some of them. So yeah, I'll be checking out more of those patterns. But anyway, this is Hope Anchors the Soul by Primrose Cottage. And those are the only two full finishes I have, which is pretty good for a month. So next, let's take a look at what I am currently working on. I don't know if you can really see I never know where to point, disco ball that's right there in my window. I had purchased that for my youngest birthday in April, and I just really loved how it reflected the lights in my dining room. So I moved it into my office slash craft room, and we're getting a little bit of disco ball action, but I don't know if the camera's going to really pick it up. So anyway, yeah, it's kind of fun. And so let's take a look at what I am working on currently. And I did not take anything out of hoops or iron or anything like that. So it's just how I roll. So the first thing is this is just a pattern that I've really just made up because I want to do some little bowl fillers um, and for my dining room table and that dough bowl for some patriotic stitching. And I was going to try to find, um, oh, here it is. I think I had purchased this pattern that I'll show you here in a second at Jingle Ball. But for this one, I'm making a flag. So I'm just doing some stars. Right now, I'm just doing all blue stars for the stars, and then I'm going to do stripes. And I'm not sure how I'm going to do those yet, but I'm just going to make this a little pillow. It's not going to be too much bigger than this. So it's going to be pretty small. And I'm going to also possibly add it to these. This is called Festive Little Fobs Americana Edition by Heartstring Samplery. And I don't think she does not have these as pillows, but I think I'm going to turn them into little pillows. Um, I think those are going to be pretty quick stitches and it'll be really cute, just all mixed together with other patriotic stitches. So yeah, so hopefully by the next time I come back, I'll have at least one or two of these done. But I would like to get some of these finished before July, and so I've been starting to work on that. And I've never just kind of winged a pattern before, but I think this will be kind of fun just to kind of figure it out. So that's something I actually just started this morning, early this morning, when I thought, oh, it's getting close. It's already almost the end of May. I need to figure out something for 4th of July decor. So that is what I'm doing with that. And The other one I am working on, and this is the one I've been working on the most, and it is one of Teresa Kogut's. I was on her Patreon for a while, and I kind of go back and forth on Patreons. I'll be on them for a little while and then hop off and join another one. But I was on her Patreon and I was able to get the March ornament, which is called Waddle Strawberries. And I kept seeing this, and so I made sure to find it while I was on there, and so cute. When I first started stitching it, I wasn't exactly sure if I was gonna like it. Um, I can't even believe that I am stitching a goose because, I'm 57, so I was an adult when the whole, goose thing was so popular in the 80s, and the mauve and the blue and the hearts and the geese. And I sort of said I was never going to have another goose in my house after that trend. And because I was fully into that, like, um, early American, Americana. I loved all that look in the 80s and 90s. I still like it, but I was really into it then. So, but here I am stitching a goose and actually was looking at a Portugoose online this morning. I don't know if I'm gonna pull the trigger on that one, but I don't know if I can do it, but they are really cute. And what has gotten me interested in that is that there's some local people here in town that are younger, like 20 years younger than I am, who are dressing up their geese on their porches, and it's so cute. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But anyway, this is where I'm at, and isn't he cute? I'll try to get closer so you can see. Um, I just wasn't sure when I first started, but once I added the flowers and everything, I really think it's adorable now. And his little face looking at you is so cute. So I think I'm going to just finish this in a hoop, not this one. I have a nicer one, and try to do fabric on the back or felt or something. I've never done that before, and just hang it like that, just like back in the old days, how I used to do. So yeah, I otherwise I think I could probably add the round board back and put it on, a piece of wood or something like that. Um, but yeah, I think I'll just do it in a hoop, but I think it's really cute. I like the colors, and I'm thinking about it in my kitchen, actually. So I don't know where it'll end up. That's what I'm thinking right now. So I still have the strawberries to do and the border, and then I'll be finished with that. So it hasn't been a super quick stitch. People online are saying this is a really quick stitch for them, but it hasn't been really quick for me. But what's new? The other one that I am working on is um what is this one called? Why am I not finding it? Okay, hold please. Okay, I found it. This one is called Summer Blessings, also another Primrose. And this was their Siri thinks I'm talking to her. This was one of their Free Stitch Fridays. Um, I think it was for May. And so, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was for May. So I'm not very far on it, and but I think it's going to be pretty. I love the colors. Lots of reds and yellows and pinks, and so yeah, I'm working on the summer blessings, and then I will start working on the flowers in the house. So yeah, this is 25 count potato, also, which is turned into my favorite fabric. Um, It's probably not ideal for this because there are bees that have white on them, so I don't know. I might just do some flowers or something instead of bees, just kind of wing it a little bit. But yeah, I think that's really cute. And I think I forgot to mention that the the flag I'm doing is a mystery data fabric, looks like a mocha, one of the mochas. And then the Waddle strawberries is 16 count Ren. So it's a little bit more of that taupe color, but it has, you can really tell it's hand dyed in person. And I really like all the differences in that fabric. So yeah, really cute. And really the last one that I'm working on is Book Goddess by Tiny Modernist. And this is probably the most challenging pattern that I've ever worked on. I've certainly never worked on anything this large. So this one is going to be a real challenge for me. And I'm already seeing that getting things lined up when you have equal, the same design, same motif on each side of something that's kind of hard to match that up. Also, look at this cute crocheted bag that my mom made for me. She's been working on her granny squares, and so that was cute. And it's perfect for a larger cross stitch bag. And sorry for the crinkling, but I love the colors on this. I say that about every project because I pick the projects that have all the right colors. But I have the top of her dress, her belt buckle done, and I'm starting to work down onto the dress. So yeah, it's really pretty on this mint fabric too. But I think there are already mistakes on this, and I'll just kind of see where I get with it. And I might have to rip some things out because they're not exactly matching, or because there are some different things on the pattern, if I make a mistake, it might be okay. We'll see how my perfectionist tendencies pop up on this. So that is all I'm working on, and that is filling any extra time that I have right now. And I think I'm probably going to finish the wattle strawberries first, probably in the next week or two. And then I might put everything else aside and just work on the patriotic stuff for a while, but I'm not sure. I'll see what mood I'm in and we'll decide that. But it's all fun and I love doing it. And I've been stitching for just a little over a year. I came back to stitching after about 15 years. And I'm just sort of amazed when I was looking around my house at how many projects I already have. And I haven't really I've framed maybe one or two things. I haven't had anything professionally framed yet. So I do have a big heritage sampler project that I am working on that I hope to have professionally framed. And then this book goddess, when it's finished, I would like to have it framed. So far, I've just been doing a lot of pillows and my sewing skills are improving because I hadn't really sewed much for 15, 20 years. So that's improving. Have relearned how to work my sewing machine. And the next thing I need to do is clean it. I haven't figured out how to do that yet. So that's probably going to have to happen this summer. So anyway, that is it for the stitching. I do have a couple books and a movie I want to talk about. So we will talk about that next. First book I want to talk about is by Diane Schiffer, and she is a oh, so my dogs are coming to say hi. Come here. This is Callie, and some people are walking by, so they are kind of freaking out. I want to go play. But anyway, Diane Schiffer, she's a content creator on YouTube. I'm sorry, on Instagram and maybe on Facebook. And I actually do think she might have a YouTube channel too. But anyway, she is the vintage Nana and she dresses in vintage dresses and cardigans and even undergarments and shoes. And she decorates her home with vintage items. And she's just all about finding joy wherever you are in the small things. And I really tried to live my life that way. We've never really had a ton of money and didn't really travel that much. in my adult life. I'm starting to travel more now. And so I've had to really learn to be content with where I'm at and the things I have. And so this book just spoke to me, and it's called The Smallest of Joys: How to Create Your Own Magic, Let Your Best Be Enough, and Find Contentment Exactly as You Are. And there are just a lot of essays in here and really, really spoke to me. So I really think anyone would enjoy this book. It would be a wonderful book to give as a gift to someone too, and especially maybe even someone going through a hard time. So, but really, I think great for anyone. So check her out. I follow her on Instagram, so I definitely know she's there. I think she is on other social media platforms. And yeah, just a joy to watch her stories every day. And I look forward to seeing them and miss them when she's not posting. The other book that I listened to was a Debbie May Comer book, and I've been reading Debbie May Comer maybe since she first started writing. And this is her latest book, which is called Chasing the Clouds Away. And I listened to this on Spotify actually, and I forget about Spotify audiobooks. I have a premium account, and sometimes I'll put books on hold on Libby or Hoopla, and on Libby it'll be like a 15-week or 20-week wait, and then all of a sudden I'll remember, oh, I have Spotify. So I usually have my full 15 hours because I forget about it all the time. So anyway, I ended up listening to this on Spotify, and I'll try to remember to put a picture up here so you can see the cover. But it was really enjoyable to listen to, and it's I think I would call it a meet cute romance, or a grumpy sunshine, or a grumpy Prince Charming. Um, it was, yeah, two opposites, and how they came together and ended up falling in love. And it was, yeah, really a cute book. And yeah, always enjoy her books. Very easy reads or easy listens. So I recommend that one. And then the movie is one that I didn't even really want to watch, and because it has a talking octopus, and you probably already know what I'm talking about, Remarkably Bright Creatures. And that's just not usually any kind of a genre that I enjoy. But so I did watch it, and I absolutely loved it, and had not read the book for that same reason. And it was just so well done, some beautiful scenery. Sally Field, of course, is such a great actress, and, um, I sobbed through parts of that movie, so, yeah, be ready for that if you're an emotional person like clearly I am now. And, um, and it was I just lost my train of thoughts. Oh, what I was gonna say is that rarely do movies surprise me, with their ending, and this one really did. So, very, very good movie, and be sure and take some tissues with you when you're watching it because you might need them. So that is it for now and for this short update. So thank you so much for sticking around and talking stitching and books and a movie with me, and I hope to be back, within the next month, if not sooner, but probably a month. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your May and probably early part of June. And I hope you have some fun summer things planned. I don't have much planned. Summer is my busy time at work. So most of my travels are usually done outside of those summer months. So yeah, I plan to stitch, read, watch movies, and work in the garden and do some local things here for most of the summer. So anyway, great catching up with you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.